as always, I'm not visible from there, so I should fill my position. They said, time flies, and yes, it does. Respected chief guest, guests of honor, respected HOD, former HOD, all the professors, and all the guests present here, and most importantly, our beloved juniors. On behalf of all my batchmates, first of all, I'd like to congratulate all my juniors for accomplishment of their first year coursework and getting promoted to the second year, but right after a couple of months. Before we go, they get promoted. So we didn't realize that it would be this soon. The department and our juniors shall give farewell to us, because it seems just few days back when we were warmly welcomed by our respected professors from this department, as well as our seniors who have already departed from us, but I still like to remember them on this auspicious day. And it has already been almost 2 years that we have been I was interrupted in between. So it's almost 2 years that, and we are about to complete our sojourn in this reputed institute, and juniors are here to bid us farewell. This is a historic day in our lives and will be embarked as a day of love and honor. On this stage, I'd like to personally take this opportunity to thank the prestigious Department of Water Resources Development and Management, and every single members associated to this. I'd like to thank our professors from the bottom of my heart for their kind effort, for their great effort, for lifting us up to the next level of knowledge and punctuality and morality. We can never pay back the effort and the time and the love you have showered upon us. And yes, it has really made a difference. As Ruchi and all of my past speakers already talked our professors individually, so I would not like to mention the same thing. But yes, there is an ocean, and we have known the bond of our professors, and we'll be blessed even if we will get the drop out of their knowledge, and we'll be blessed if we will get the drop out of their knowledge. So I would like to warmly say my heartfelt thank you to our beloved and respected. I wanted to add a word beloved here, because yes, we are saying this from our internal code of our heart. So respected Professor Kansal sir, former HOD Professor S.K. Mishra sir, Professor Deepak Khan sir, who is not present here, but still I would like to take his name. Professor Asis Pandey, Professor R.D. Singh sir, he is also not here. Dr. Thangaras, Professor S.K. Shukla sir, Professor Nayan Sharma sir, also I would like to take his name, Professor R.N. Sharma sir, and Bhati sir. So firstly I would like to request all the second years batch to please come over the stage, all the second years. And please, Subhoji Guruji, help me with volume tuning, please. Please be at the sides and back of the chairs. All our friends. And from this stage, I would like to thank the non-teaching staffs. Mr. Shakir Ali, Technical Officer, Library Ma'am, Mr. Mukesh, Mr. Akshat, Mr. Chamkor Singh, and supporting staffs for their kind help and their support during each and every individual moments we wanted them. And I would also like to thank some of the PhD students who have helped out with their knowledge for our from the very beginning to the end by departing the knowledge they have. So I'd like to request our Professor HOD, Professor Kansal sir, to please come up the stage. So I'd like to call upon the stage former HOD Professor S.K. Mishra. I'd like to call upon the stage Professor Ashish Pandey. I'd like to call upon the stage Dr. Thangaraz. I'd like to call upon the stage Dr. Professor R.N. Mishra sir. And I'd like to call upon the stage Bharti sir. Bharti sir. Bharti sir. Please not wait to come. This is just a small felicitation program for our batch. This is just a way to show our respect to our professors. So I'd like to inform my batchmates to make a group of 5. Let's make a heterogeneous group. 1 from sponsored Indian, 1 from sponsored Nepalese, 1 from sponsored African, 1 from sponsored Afghani and Iraq, and 1 from Gates. To make a group of 5 for facilitation of our respective professor. So volunteers, will you please help me? Yes. So I'd like to. So I'd like to read what has been written from our bottom of the heart. With a special gift for learning and with a heart that deeply cares, you add a lot of love, everything you share. And though you mean a lot, you'll never know how much. You sparked the creativity in the students whom you taught and helped them strive their goals that could not be brought. Thank you, Professor Emil Kansal sir. So I'd like the students to facilitate Professor Kansal. So next, I would like to notify my dear batchmates to facilitate Professor S.K. Mishra. Oh no. Next felicitation program, I would like to ask my friends to go towards Professor Ashish Pandey sir. Next, I'd like to tell my friends, I'd like to request my friends for the felicitation of Professor R.N. Mishra. I'd like to request my friends for felicitation of Dr. Thangaraz. Now, Now I'd like to request my friends for felicitating our Bharti sir. Now I'd like to request all my friends and I'd like to request my professor for a photo shoot, group photo shoot. Thank you, professors. Now I'd like you to request. Okay. I'd like to request my professors to take the seat. And by the time, she also wants to share some of her left words, so I'd like to.
Okay, thank you all the professors for giving a photo shoot. Thank you and everyone, thanks.
So I'd like to hand over the stage back to our beloved juniors, and I would like to tell that we are very happy to get this amazing farewell, and I have been hearing that they have had one of their exams today as well. So it's their great efforts to have this farewell organized on this day with this greatness. So I'd like to thank again to our beloved juniors for this. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for your appreciation. Thank you very much. Now, it is my pride and honor to call our newly appointed head of department, Professor M.N. Kansar, to address our seniors. So please.
Professor Joshi, my dear colleagues, dear friends, indeed today is a great day, particularly for the students from the batch of 2017-19, and you'll be glad to know that you are part of the 62nd batch of WRD and 24th batch of IIT. That itself speaks a lot that you are 62 years young for this department, and you are becoming a part of the legacy of 172 years of this institute. No doubt that when you have come here 2 years back, most of you might have come for the first time in India, and I'm quite sure most of you have come for the first time at Roorkee. And your expectations must be very high at that time also. And as far as possible, we have tried to meet your expectations. But it can never be 100%. We know that there are certain shortcomings which might have been left in the system or with us. But we are fully aware of your problems, and in the time to come, we will make your life or the persons who are coming to this institute better and better. Of course, we have tried our best to impart you the knowledge, and not only the technical knowledge, but we have the responsibility of making you a better and better human being. And I'm quite sure the environment at IIT Roorkee must have made you a better human being. And now onward, you are no more our students, you are our friends. In fact, you are the ambassadors of this institute. I was happy to note that your batch has almost 10 countries participation. And we are happy that at least in 10 countries we shall having the ambassadors of IIT. Your alma mater is always proud of you and will always feel proud of you. We wish that you should reach to the highest of your position in your country. I know some of our alumni have reached the very high positions, even the ministers or even the technical officers for the president or prime minister, and God knows you may be the next ministers or secretaries in the departments or even the prime minister of your departments, and then we shall always feel proud that the prime minister of that country is the alumni of our institute. And we know that even for Afghanistan he is the alumni or the ambassador of the India. So we feel that in the time to come, definitely this institute will be richer and richer. As far as the countries, if you remember that we have the people from Afghanistan, South Sudan, Nepal, Malawi, Tanzania, Sierra Leone, Iraq, Ethiopia, Liberia, the Mauritius, and so on. And even in the first year also we have the students from large number of countries. Especially we have a very soft corner and we have a long-lasting relationship with the African countries, even the Asian countries, the Afghanistan, the Iraq, the other countries also. And we wish that this relationship will be more and more stronger in the time to come. The only thing is that you should carry forward the good feelings of this institute, good feelings of your friends, and if there is any shortcoming, please leave it here only. If you try to improve that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable words. Now I would like to request our guest of honor, Professor Anand Joshi, to come up on the podium and say a few words on this evening. Thank you, sir.
First of all, I would like to welcome all of you. My sincere thanks for inviting me, Professor Kansal, all the guests present here, students and their families. Being related to this institute itself is an honor actually, because if you look back into the history of this institute, it is founded in 1847 and it was founded by the so-called British Empire, and we were at that time foreigners to this institute. And you are serving, and now onwards, we are serving to whole world, and across the world all the people are coming here to learn in various aspects of science and technology. And you are the real ambassador of this institute, because wherever you will go, you will carry a flag which was there still standing from 1847 and has some legacy onwards. As far as DOSW is concerned, so we don't have any problem from the foreign student, but rather you may have problem because of the accommodation. In the recent year, we have very good accommodation, which we call as IMGRI accommodation, where we have accommodated many foreign students. And I do feel that in coming years, because of the intake which we are getting out from outside the world, still we require new accommodations for foreign students also. But I have seen that every time whenever there is something which we have some crisis of accommodation or like that, So all of foreign students, they do understand us also, and they accommodate with what we have also. And many times they happily get accommodated within the hostels, which is primarily made for students coming for the bachelor degree. And this makes a sense actually, because you all are mature, learned students and people from your country, and when you mix up with the student, I think this, and without any problem to our organization, so this is really a great feeling which we have at the institute, because you do understand the limitation which we have sometimes, and also you try to solve the problem. I really want to thank all of you for that. And whenever this program is concerned, so when I saw this program, because I have been sometimes, I think from last 2 years, I usually come to attend this program, because it gives a lot of learning to attend this program. Learning in a sense, because you have, when I go for this kind of program, so I see a very close bond between student and the professor in the department. If that bond can exist within the whole department, so the half of the problem will be gone outside from this institute. We don't need any counseling service. We will not need any counseling service. We will not need any counselor, because itself the faculty here is a counselor to each of you, and you are ready to share your problems, and sometimes faculty to come with your problems also. So I really appreciate of your faculty, your professors from this department for giving some good example to institute, because this is a good example where student-faculty interaction is so close-knit that I can feel from attending from that bench. So really good. It's a point to be appreciated, and we have to learn a great as an institute, especially by the other department. At the end, I would like to thank for inviting me, and also expect that for attending this institute, you may have gained a great, and you will help your country in finding solution to some of the problems which we deal with, like water resource management and all those things. Thank you all of you for the great patience. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I would like to call our Chief Guest, Professor Manoranjan Parida, for his benevolence in the form of words to our seniors. Please, sir.
Dear Professor Joshi, Professor Sansal, other faculty colleagues of WRDM, passing out batch, and the students of first year, other staff member of the department. So it was a fabulous evening, I can say. So while I looked at the backdrop, I was just trying to understand like what a farewell function is going to be, right? Like it's written there, but then it was very interesting. Lot of active participation by the students in the program, and the batch is very unique in terms of participation of the interested students. In fact, I'll say that like the word water is very important to the institute. At institute level, we give lot of emphasis to any activities that is around water, right? The word is very close to the director. In fact, I'll say that because of the department, it was possible to get the DST program, African Center of Excellence. At the national level, we have been coordinator, and it has been possible to work with many of the African countries. Because of these kind of associations, it has been possible to reach out to the students of different African countries. And I was really happy that we have students from other countries also, from Afghanistan, from Nepal, and other places. And then, on a lighter note, I was trying to understand what a farewell function is going to be, right? Besides saying goodbye, there are many other things, like you must learn, it's a competition of nice speeches, where there was very lively presentation by Miss Ruchi. Then all our anchors, they were really very good. it was, I thought that probably a competition of presentations, then you know also, like you need to dance a little bit, it's a lot of party, fun. So I believe that you carry very pleasant memories of getting associated with the institute. In fact, I'm very happy because three of my batchmates are part of 2017-19, specifically Ranjit, then Raju Misra, Rohit Sethi. We studied together, and I always feel happy when my students, my friends, my batchmates, they join this particular university and the institute. Then there is this is just not the end. Besides the MTech program, there is a PhD program also. So for all the 2017-19 batch, I can say that you can look back towards us. After masters, there is a PhD program. So anybody who is interested, most welcome for this program. And I'd like to tell you why I have chosen IIT Roorkee, University of Roorkee. My father was an electrical engineer in government of Odisha. He came for a short-term training program in WRDM in 1975. So that was a motivation that I always wished to return back. And fortunately, I got a chance to do my PhD and subsequently take up the faculty position. And just I'll try to cut my speech short. I'll just like to say that while there was a presentation going on, Ruchi was talking about, or the anchor was requesting for a connect in Twitter. So I said that all of you, we remain connected, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, or any kind of social media. Nowadays it's possible that you can remain connected with IIT Roorkee. Let this logo be imprinted on your heart. After the most beloved one, the next logo should be the logo of IIT Roorkee. So with that, I wish the batch of 2017-19 great success, remain connected, and we meet again. With that note, I say good night and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, sir. Thanks to our professor for your kind words, and thank you very much, sir. Now I would like to call upon the class representative of our batch, Mr. Suman Shah, to give the vote of thanks. Mr. Suman Shah.
Thank you, Asa. Respected Chief Guest, Guest of Honor, Head of Department, dear professors, seniors, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Today I feel so much privileged, and this is my absolute honor to propose the vote of thanks for the evening of this beautiful farewell program. First of all, I would like to thank our Chief Guest and Guest of Honor to manage their precious time and allow us to just find this glorified evening and giving us a lot of time today. Next, I would like to thank our professors, family, so that they come and gave us the opportunity. For the time. And next, I'd like to thank our entire management team, Mr. Mukti sir, Rajan sir, Vijay sir, and everybody who were even behind the scenes, so they make this program so much beautiful. Please a huge round of applause for them. And finally, the thanks goes for our seniors and the special guest of today. So that, please, I want a big thank for them, a big clap as well. I hope you remember, I hope you cherish, and I hope you memorize all the things, all the moments that you spend here in this department. And we really appreciate the time and the experience that you shared with us. And we're really very proud that we're walking on your footsteps. I hope you get all your success in life, and I promise, and again I want a promise from your side as well, so that we can get connected in time in future. Thank you very much, and namaste.
Thank you, Suman. And thank you all of you for your giving gracious presence. And now I would request to all of you to stand up for national anthem.
विनायक जयते भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्तर बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you our chief guest, thank you our guest of honors, and thank you all the professors and the family members for giving your gracious presence. And I would like to invite all of you to the department garden for the dinner. Thank you very much.